Linda. Thanks for coming in again.
My pleasure. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Last week, let's see, what happened last week is you were talking about your drinking and that you felt like it was getting a little out of control. Your husband was bringing up some things that he thought it was out of control. You were maybe starting to agree with him, getting a picture of what your life might be without drinking. And when we left last week, that was the thought you left with, that what would that look like?
Right.
Okay. And how was that week? Did you spend time thinking about that, or?
I have spent some time thinking about it, and I haven't had a drink, which is good. I started to see a counselor that specifically deals with drug and alcohol issues, and I want to continue to see you to work through, hopefully, my recovery.
Okay, that is great.
Yeah.
That is great. So you did what you said you were going to do in just a week. You went and talked to somebody. You thought about consequences of drinking. You started your plan already. That is great. You must feel really good about that.
I do feel good about that. Unfortunately, it's life on life's terms, and some other things have come up, and my husband's health is declining pretty quickly, which is one of the reasons that I was kind of out there last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So your husband's health is an issue right now, and that's probably not the best time for it to happen, since you also picked this week to stop drinking.
Right, and it's been a challenge. He's been to the hospital a few times this week, and part of it is kind of interesting because he has liver problems, and obviously some of that was caused by his drinking, which makes me more vigilant about not wanting to drink and staying on focus with you.
Okay. So really, if you think about it, that kind of worked out in an ironically good way to say, here you're trying to stop drinking. He has some health issues. The liver is part of it, which all makes you kind of feel like it's an instigator, or what's the word I'm looking for? It's an incentive for you.
It is. It definitely is, because I see the damage that it's caused to him. And it wasn't just his drinking. There's other issues involved. But it really has brought to light that alcoholism is a disease and it can kill you, which is a good reinforcement in my trying to recover from alcoholism.
You're starting to see the consequences of his drinking through his health.
Definitely.
Okay, and it's making you turn that back on yourself. What if what if this happens to me, or could happen to me? That sort of thing is going through your mind?
That is, and also, if I'm not taking care of myself, who's going to take care of my husband? If I'm not on my game, in my best perspective of that, the best person I can be, how am I going to take care of him? Because I can't be drunk all the time.
Right. It would be an issue. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, and I know that you have said in prior sessions that your husband is a little bit older than you, and that he has been in the hospital before. So that must be hard to have that happen more than once. You've been through this before.
I have been through this before, and that's the thing that scares me right now is because I was drinking when this happened 10 years ago, and now I'm not drinking, whether it's a week or a year or 2 years, that I'm having to deal with it again, and I'm not really sure I can do it again, especially not drinking.
Okay. So it's difficult. You've been through it before. It's difficult because you know what it is. The situation is making you maybe want to have a drink. I know the last time you said that's how you dealt with it last time, was drinking. Right. So that must be difficult, just the thinking that may happen again.
Well, and it is a double-edged sword, because on one hand, I know that it's drinking that causes liver failure, and on the other hand, that's him and that's me, and my liver's fine right now. And so I can see both sides of the coin. And I want to be strong and want to be vigilant, because I need to take care of myself. I'm just not sure that I can deal with all of his ailments and being his doctor and his nurse without having a release, like drinking.
I think it's really good that you know that you have to be healthy if in order to help him, which is a great thing that you understand that. But I can also understand your worry that where am I going to find a release? And do you have any ideas of something else that would work besides the drinking?
Well, I am going to AA meetings, and I'm still seeing you, and I would like to continue that.
Okay.
Perhaps we should do it every day.
You and I meet
you and us every day,
okay,
maybe.
Okay.
Just to try to get this through.
Okay.
It's. I think it's going to be a process, and it is one day. You know, he's okay today, and I'm okay today. Tomorrow's another day, and we'll see what that brings.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. I think that that's great that you, the one day at a time is how you're dealing with his recovery and your recovery, and if that's what it takes, one day will soon turn into a week. I think that's a great way to look at it. Do you have something that, some kind of, besides taking it day to day, which is a great thing, another way of dealing with your stress or taking care of yourself, exercising or friends or going out with girlfriends or something that can take the weight off of you, because that's got to be, you've got the weight of yourself and him.
Well, I have started to meditate. I've started reading nightly and morning meditations, and just taking some time actually to pray in the morning and make a gratitude list of all the things I am grateful for and all the positive things I have in my life that I don't want to throw away by picking up another drink or starting to use again.
Okay. I think that's the positive outlook sounds like a wonderful way to address it. I imagine with the two things weighing on you, you can get down pretty easily, I would imagine. So I think that's a great thing, a positive outlook.
I hope so. I hope it'll work. And continuing to talk to my friends about it and not isolating is going to be huge. You know, fortunately, I've got a very good support system and a family that I can get involved if I so choose. And it's me not hiding is what's going to help me get through it.
Okay, you're thinking that isolation is an issue and you're aware of it?
I am, yeah, because it's easier for me to go inside and hide somewhere or drink vodka than it is to face the world and get out of bed. Imagine that.
Okay. Okay, but you're aware of that, which is huge. I mean, if you weren't aware, you would be in bed. So that's great.
Yeah.
Do you have any other concerns besides as if that's not enough, right? The drinking and his health. Is there anything else that's been going on this week, or is it just trying to balance those?
Just trying to balance those, making sure I'm here and that my timing's right, and that I can continue to move forward and do it in a real positive manner.
Okay. How do you feel like your week went this week?
Good, I'm sober. I did not drink. Everybody's happy. Everybody's good. So, and I'm here, and I'm sober, and I'm dealing.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, I think that from everything you told me, it sounds like you've got a lot of stuff going on. You're handling it well. You're figuring out how to take care of yourself, how to take care of your husband, physically, mentally, both of you, and you're taking care of your drinking, which is great. It sounds like you're doing a really good job under all the pressure. So I'm here. If you want to talk next week, give me a call, and we can set up an appointment.
I definitely will be back next week.